every Shabbos was a struggle. Friday night we had a very big crowd. Shabbos morning was murder. Came Yom Kippur, hardly don't have a minyan for Yom Kippur, and I didn't know what to do. How can I make sure to have a minyan on Yom Kippur? So I got a hold of a master of a Jewish fraternity. If you know how a fraternity works, there is a master who is mamish like whatever he says you have to do, even if he tells you to wash the floors, so to stand on your head. If you want to belong to the fraternity, you have to do everything that the master says. So I got a hold of a Jewish fraternity and a Jewish master, and I pleaded with him, can you please send me 10 male Jews? He said, Rabbi, no problem. Came Yom Kippur morning, and in walks 10 o'clock, in marches 10 males with Hoizen. Males. I was so happy like you can't imagine. It never happened 10 o'clock in the morning to have 10 people. And I was really very happy. And I was the one davening for the Amid, if there was no one else to daven. And don't forget I daven in Hebrew, so they didn't know what I was saying. And they were following in English or whatever. I'm davening Shemini Esrei and Shachris. In the middle of Shemini Esrei, I hear that the door is opening and the door is closing. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Are people coming or are people going? It makes a big nafkamina. I finish Shemini Esrei and I turn around and I see they're all gone. My whole minyan, they had enough already from this Hebrew. They didn't know what in the world is going on, and they checked out. And I was so devastated. Yom Kippur not to have a minyan, I'm getting out of here. This is enough already, not to have a minyan for Yom Kippur. Anyways, there's no time to waste. I went back to the dorms. I didn't know what I was doing, because even if I found new people, I still cannot say Chazaras Hashatz, because I need 6 people who daven with me. And new people are new people that I can't say Chazaras Hashatz. I didn't know what I was doing. I went back to the dorms, up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. And in my mind it's going around, how long am I going to have to suffer like this? Mashiach has to come and get me out of this situation. I really prayed for Mashiach. You can't imagine. Hashem made a miracle that I knocked on one door, and there were the whole 10 boys watching television, watching a ball game.
Buffalo Bills.
I don't know if it's Buffalo Bills or Buffalo something. The kitzah is, I was walking with my talis and kittel. I must have looked like they freaked out just looking at me. Where did I fall down from? Bottom line is, I told them, if you don't come back, I'm going to tell the master what you have done. You left me with my pants down. Anyways, the bottom line is they all came back, and I knocked off the Chazaras Hashatz and Kriyas HaTorah and Musaf. And by the way, just to give you a tip, Koyrem is the best thing that happened, because you give students something to do. Bow down, get up, down, up, down, up. Like this, the daven in Hebrew, they don't know what is going on. but you got to give them something to do, like it's called, what do they call it today? No, there's a better word for it. I got it ready now. Anyways,
Cardio.
so as far as I'm concerned, they could fall down 20 times to get involved. Anyways, but the problem was, once I finished davening, I knew that they're never coming back again. Forget it. They had enough of this Hebrew, Chinese. Now it comes Mincha and Nila, and how am I supposed to have to start from Bereshis? And I have to starting from Bereshis, looking for Jewish students who don't even know it's Yom Kippur, don't even know anything, and looking, and every time I get a student, I have to tell him to stay at the Chabad house. I'm coming back soon. He's not going to wait forever. So every time I get a few students and I say I'm coming back, they're checking out. So it was very, very frustrating, especially on a fast day, to find 10 people to stand in one room. So it was getting very close to the Shkia, and I didn't know what to do. I had 9. With me it was 9, but I need 10, not 9. So I came up with this idea that I should go to the cafeteria. It's supper time, and maybe I'll find a Jewish student in the cafeteria. And that's exactly what happened. I went with my talis and kittel in the cafeteria. You could be sure that people were looking at me like I fell down from Mars. And I see a Jewish boy. He looks so Jewish on his face that he's for sure Jewish. And I go over to him and I say, Good Yom Tov, today is a fast day, it's the holiest day of the year. Would you like to please come and join us? And after the fast, I told him it's a fast day and we need you for the minyan or the quorum. And after the fast day, we have a break the fast that's going to make your cafeteria look like marshmallows. We have the real thing there. Anyways, this boy never heard of Yom Kippur, never heard of non-kosher food is a problem. And he said to me, if I am willing to wait 20 minutes for him to eat supper, then he'll come with me. He said he didn't eat this menu for a long time. If I'll wait for him, he'll come. Meantime, in my head is spinning, because if I'm going to wait for him, I'm going to lose the few people that I have in the Chabad house. They're not going to wait around like Yoinus. They had it. The kids is, I didn't know what to do, and Hashem inspired me to remain in the cafeteria with my talis and with my kittel, and he is eating the Sinai fruit. It wasn't exactly Belzer Shchita over there. And he doesn't know, he's a Tinnik Shenishma, he doesn't know that, kosher, non-kosher, it's Yom Kippur, not Yom Kippur. His father was a conductor from a train, comes from never had a bar mitzvah, he never had any training for Jewish identity, and he waited for 20 minutes, I waited for him, and then he came to the Chabad house. Once you come into the Chabad house, you're hooked. I take down the number, and I keep on calling the guy, and he comes for Shabbos and for another Shabbos. Bottom line is that student who came on Yom Kippur, who made the minyan, ended up going to Morristown Yeshiva, and then eventually became a former Yid, and married a former woman, and now is one of Anash, who never knew anything about Yiddishkeit. He never heard of Yom Kippur in his life. and he never heard about non-kosher food. So what this shows is that every Jew is really willing to keep Torah mitzvahs if you present it to him with love, with affection, you care for him, he sees that you care for him. Today, unfortunately, some Bochrim come after Mitzvah. I had 9 karkaftis and 4 loilanus and 5 yugum pokets. It's not about you getting karkaftis. It's about being mekarev yidden to Avinu Shebashamayim. And when you are sincere and you care and you show that you care, you could open up doors, open up hearts, and be mekarev hundreds and thousands of Jews. So that's one of the classical stories of Buffalo University that has to deal with students who have no background whatsoever. They were on the verge of intermarrying or going to different religions, chas v'shalom, and with a love and care, you could be mekarev tremendous amount of students. L'chaim, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim.